is the octopus group, and these are octopus. So we're actually proposing conservation of Pulau Ecosia's coral reefs. Okay, just to give a short overview of coral reefs, they're actually vast structures made up of calcium carbonate, and they are symbiotic with many microorganisms that live on them. And these microorganisms depend on the coral reefs for refuge, and in turn they provide the reefs with nutrients and stuff like calcium carbonate so that they can grow. Then there's also a lot of other marine creatures like fish, crustaceans living on the reef itself. Okay, so now about the coral reefs on Pulau Ecosia. Okay, this corals actually grows on reef slopes, which are actually better for the corals, because if corals grow on reef flats, they actually have more sedimentation, and they're exposed to intertidal changes in temperature, and they're more susceptible to dying out. So there's also hundreds of coral species present, and there are some rare species that can only be found in the tropical, some tropical corals only found in the region itself. They also support a large community of marine organisms like our gobies and other little fish. Okay, now for the scenario. The Singapore government actually wants to reclaim more land to build an industrial hub by merging Pulau Ecosia with other surrounding islands. So this will actually cause
Yo, people.
Okay, hello. Good morning, everyone. Okay, doctor do a lot. I'm a distant relative of Dr. Dolittle that I can, I can speak to marine creatures. So, my remote is currently very irritated because there's a lot of noise coming from the sea down the, my bungalow in Pulau Ecosia. So I'm going down and check it out. What's causing the noise there? Okay, so.
Sorry, don't go.
We protest.
Don't
We
go.
protest.
Okay. Sorry. Silence. Okay, guys. Okay. So, Mr. Plankton, why are you making so much noise?
It's like the weather is so hot because of global warming. See, I'm wearing 2 layers, but so it's very hot, but it's still hot. Okay, so and the waters are very acidic because of those pollution and plus because of the land reclamation, the sand are making me so sick. Achoo! Oh, sorry.
Fine.
Okay, so let's move on to Mr. Coral. Okay, Mr. Coral, what's happening?
Darling is not. He's very unhappy staying here. So he's getting a divorce, no. Then so no one to cook for me. I only know how to cook instant noodle, No nutritional factors, Very high every day, steamboat. And most it's part of my clothing. One of it is colors me. So if he leaves, I'll be bleached. I'll be naked.
Miss Gobi, so what's happening?
I'm very hungry. There's nothing for me to eat. And now my Disneyland is now becoming a cemetery.
Okay, so Miss Big Fish, so what's happening?
I couldn't find any gobi to eat. I haven't eaten for many days.
Okay, that's sad. Okay.
So the concerns are actually because of the heat caused by global warming, the acidity and pollution, the microorganisms are being stressed. And once they migrate from Pulau Ecosia, we'll have bleaching of corals, which will in turn cause a food shortage in the ecosystem and upset the ecological system. So this will actually have far-reaching effects beyond the area of the reef itself, because it affects all other life around the reef. Okay, so Dr. Do a lot appeals to the public for help, and she brings them down to help.
happened in the coral reef. Yeah.
I'm having this condo for my kampong at Chik Jawa. Sorry. I'm going.
I'm gonna die soon. I don't know what to say. Yeah. A cemetery, everything dead.
Dun, 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 dun.
Go away, don't eat me.
Okay, don't be sad, you can do something, right? Come, come, come.
Right. So the benefits of preserving the marine ecosystem, like for example, the boom of the ecotourism, and also the beautification of the shoreline itself. Because rather than having a pure white sandy shoreline with the coral reefs and all the microorganisms there, right, it makes the place look more colorful, more vibrant, and it cheers people up as well. And also it reduces the shore erosion, because why? It helps to hold the sand intact, and when the waves rushes through the shoreline, right, it doesn't erode the soil, the sand that is there. Also, alternative form of tourism other than the typical mixed-use developments and the casinos. Typically, people always make use of the lands to go and make those kind of like shopping center, theme parks, integrated resorts. But in this way, right, you can make use of polar enclosure to try and create a natural resort. And also, the next thing would be the clean and green country image that Singapore has been trying to portray to the world and has been doing so far. So in a way, we're able to uphold our image as a clean and green country, and people will believe in us. And lastly, the educational side for future generations. In this way, right, in the future, our future generations will be able to know what exactly are coral reefs. And they'll be able to experience it firsthand as compared to always looking on the computer. Those are not the real life experience that they can have. By having all these coral reefs, right, they can have a real life experience of what exactly are these things. And they will be able to learn much better. Certain solutions that we have came up with, as for example, we can spread awareness to get support of the general public by petitioning for conserving the coral reefs of polar enclosure. And like I said earlier, we can turn the island into an eco-tourist site. One example of a company that has successfully done this is Banyan Tree Resorts in Malaysia. What they have done so far, right, is they made use of the most minimal amount of resources in the forest to create a natural escape for the tourists. And if Singapore has such a place, right, then after that we will be able to, because a lot of those rich Singaporeans are going over to Malaysia to enjoy this resort. So in this way, they can come over to their own country in Singapore, nearer, and it's much easier for them to access as well. And also in this way, right, it will help the government to generate more profits as compared to building an industrial site where you have to dig, you have to fill up the places, you have to spend a lot of money in developing before you can even get to the stage of generating profits. Yeah. Yeah, that sums up what our presentation is about.
Any questions, comments, suggestions from the judges?